Hi there. This is Forest with Earthly Pleasure, and today I want to talk about erections. I want to talk specifically about erections for those of us with vulvas. Maybe I'll lay the groundwork for this first. All of us, have pleasure and reproductive tackle, and that tackle is the same tissue, it's just in different molds. So it is erectile tissue, it's sensitive tissue, it's tissue that feels good to be touched and stimulated, and it is tissue that is capable of climax. And that gives us a lot of breadth, right? That then with that viewpoint, it gives us this ability to kind of break through some cultural misunderstandings and some misogynistic misunderstandings so that we can go like, oh, well, if that's all it is, then of course it makes sense that all of our tissue gets erect when aroused. So let's talk about erections for people with vulvas. We all of our most of our erectile tissue is not visible. If you have a penis, then your erectile tissue is right there. You can see it, you can touch it, you can hold it, you know what that is. It's like very easy, right? But if you've got a vulva and then you have cultural misunderstandings or deliberate spread of wrong knowledge on top of what is actually going on, then there's going to be some misunderstandings there. So let's just break it apart, right? So my little vulva model is with me as always. This is the clitoris. This is the bulbs and the legs and the shaft and the glands of the clitoris. Can you see that? Okay. The pink on pink is a little funky, but and the glans is the only portion, that's this right here. The glans is the only portion that's visible. It's the only portion that's visible. Everything else is covered with labia or skin. And so this is all capable of getting erect. All of it. It gets erect when stimulated. And this takes a little bit of time. It takes more time for this version of erectile tissue to become erect than it does for somebody with a penis. Something that can happen is that the outer labia, this model is so lovely, but it is a pretty generic vulva model. We can see this, the outer labia get erect, that can swell. The inner labia can get erect and swell. The whole, WHOLE, the whole area around the vaginal opening can also get erect. The perineum can get a lot of, I don't know if necessarily erection is the right word, but it can feel really good to be stimulated. And so how do we get erect? It's blood flow, right? We need to have blood flow to the area. And how do we do that? We stimulate, we touch, we fantasize, we touch. We should be touching ourselves. We should be touching our bodies so that we know what feels good. Trying to think if I had anything else to say about that. I think that I will conclude by saying that all of us are capable of pleasure. All of us are capable of erections, and it just looks different. It just looks different depending on what your anatomy is and does. So that's it. Thanks so much.